Welcome to the Cryptoteacher, and guys, you know I come back with that second video just to make you think. And this one, of course, is going to be about gaming. At the end of my videos, I always tell you that gaming is going to be big. It already is big, but it's really going to be big. Now, basically going over, of course, we have our regular sports, our football, our baseball, basketball. Of course, we have our favorite players. But now, of course, we're moving over to a digital phase. We're moving over to virtual reality, where a child that's sitting on the couch can now be Lebron, Michael Jordan, whoever they want to be, inside of a virtual reality, inside of a computer. And basically, that's what's going on right now. We see colleges adding this to their curriculum, adding this to their sports curriculum. So the fact is that basically a lot of these colleges are actually paying students to play. So that clearly shows you that we're going through a paradigm shift. Before, it's tell your child, hey, get off the games, get off this, get off that, get off of social media. Now, of course, with the jobs, the jobs that are going to be coming to inside the United States, and I talk about this all the time, the manufacturing work, those are jobs you don't want your kid to have. I'd rather for your child to be understanding coding, understanding, different computer language, also getting into gaming. Whether they don't have to be playing it, but basically if you're, designing. I know my nephew, that's what he's going into, designing games. So guys, make sure that especially if you have kids, direct them into that right direction. If you're young, you don't want to work hard, this is the direction to go, because you see the economy is going to this direction. So guys, make sure that's the whole point of investing. Not only investing in different investment vehicles, but investing in yourself. If you see the economy is going somewhere, you don't want to own your own business, and you do want to work for somebody, these are the jobs you want to go to, because these are the jobs that are going to pay you. These white collar jobs we have right now, I've already done plenty of videos, they will not exist. With crypto, blockchain, AI, automation, robots, they're not going to exist. Gaming, they will. Virtual reality, guys, is definitely coming. Cryptocurrencies, along with the games, is here. So the fact is, have the video coming up next. Enjoy the video, and y'all have a wonderful day.
Esports is so new. Back then, there wasn't a collegiate scene at all. There was no collegiate teams, nothing like that.
Not many schools were giving much support to it. A lot of schools would just give like a room, like a random room somewhere, and like, oh, here's your esports team, in the basement or whatever.
I never expected gaming to become part of my college experience, and I definitely did not expect any chance for a full-ride scholarship.
When I came here, I realized that the president is on board. We have a general manager that has pro experience. We have professional coaches. I guess they're really committed to this, and it's something they really want to do.
We started this program exactly a year ago. Before Harrisburg University, I was a professional League of Legends coach for Team 8, and then I realized that there was a lot of lack of structure. Collegiate esports as a whole has really only been around for 5 years, maybe 6. We've gone from seeing maybe in the first 3 years only 20 or 30 programs, to now we're seeing 200 or 250 varsity programs, and that's a big deal.
First time I stepped foot on Harrisburg University's campus was back in December of 2018. They asked me if I wanted to fly out just to check out the program, see what it was like. I found myself in this training facility and overwhelmed by all of the dedication, commitment, and vision that everyone here at Harrisburg University had.
So coming out here, this is the main area. So we have all these kind of computer desk pods. League of Legends is on the left side over here. So these 3, and then Overwatch are the rest kind of in the other corners. This is our official VOD review room. Gather everybody around. We can put videos up there and watch. We have some like crazy massage thingies in here. This is like the jackhammer, so you like massage your arms. And then it goes to like level 2, which is like crazy. I couldn't even, like that hurts me. All right. This is like our little side gamer room. So if we want to play like Smash Brothers or play anything that's like not our main game, we can go in here. I have the Pac-Man high score, so that's pretty epic. These are our trophies. Well, this is the championship one that I won. Pretty cool. Everybody has like their own funky mouse and keyboards. It's all personalized. This is my crab. This is one of the characters I play. I have a little guy. And on this side, we have our like 17 TVs. So if we want to put like videos on there or like tournaments or streams, we can do that.
So people traditionally see esports players as somebody that only plays video games, and that's like the only thing that they do. That's actually not the case.
They train just like any other college sport. They do physical training, they have practices, they have to maintain their grades, they have to do physical therapy, they have to do preventative training so that they don't have injuries.
I've played a bunch of sports in the past. I've played a lot of soccer and tennis. I can say that like a lot of the team stuff is very, very similar. A lot of like the dynamics I have with my players and my friends is very, very similar.
I'm pulling 3, 2, 1.
A lot of the operational stuff is fairly similar actually. We've got someone like a general manager, which would be our program director Chad. We've got coaches, we've got nutritionists.
We offer a healthy meal plan that makes them actually feel good. We give them gym memberships to be able to go to the gym, but then we offer a physical trainer that helps them figure out what they want to do. Are you taking care of your wrists and your arms and your elbows and the things that you're using while you're playing the game? I personally think there is an advantage for having a physical component. I talk a lot about like the quality of practice and not just like the quantity or how much time you're doing it. Have you ever just had that feeling where like, I feel good today, where it's like, I feel like I've slept, I felt like I've been fairly active. When you come to practice or when you feel pretty energized, it makes a difference.
There's no difference between any college sport and esports.
Putting together a schedule for a student is actually pretty tough. You have to get their classes in between 9 to 5, so they need to be able to practice afterwards. And then study halls where everybody's together to make sure they're doing their work.
Wake up at 8, eat something, go to class. After class, like I usually have class, gym, and then class. Then I come back here.
I'll make some food because I'm usually pretty hungry. And I got to eat a lot before we have like our 4-hour-long practice to keep me kind of energized.
It's a lot more hard work than I had imagined. I play 6 to 8 hours and that doesn't even count how much time I put outside the game. So I watch other players play. I watch myself play to critique myself. I come from traditional sports and I used to spend like 4 to 6 hours with just traditional sports, with working out and watching tape. But with esports, it feels like every second of the day I'm constantly working.
I definitely feel that burden where I have to do this and that, and after school I have to kind of practice. After practice I go home and I'm just too tired. I feel like the student athlete is the exact same way, and I feel for the student athletes. It's a lot of work.
One of the biggest challenges I have is trying to help my students balance esports and academics.
They're students first. It's kind of like any sport. It's like how many people go from D1 to be a professional, maybe 1%, something like that. So the same thing applies for esports.
Esports is fairly new, so it is quite risky to just jump into esports without having any kind of backbone or plan B really.
Players' careers right now are so short that a lot of them will have the chance to still use their college degree.
And so these students come here in the hope that they can pursue their passion in esports while also securing for themselves a more realistic and viable future through their education.
It's probably one of the best things that's happening collegiate-wise to people that are trying to go pro. I never really had much competitive experience, so being able to get a degree while I learn and doing all this really helps.
And who is going to step up? The zone's being removed now. Pile driver.
When you think about building community, you need something that people can rally behind. And in this case, it is esports.
The Hugh Invitational is an example of that. Like, we're going to have 64 teams here in Harrisburg to compete all in person. That's larger than any other tournament for collegiate in the area by far.
You don't realize until you come to our facility here or come to a tournament how many students are really into this, how many high schools are playing it, how many colleges are involved in the tournament, and you walk around our campus and you see HU Storm shirts and jackets and sweaters everywhere.
Can I get a huge round of applause for these two teams? They're going to give us some great games tonight.
Enough of the people who I've met and talked with there know who I am and know I'm on the team. And if they play the game, like I'll have plenty of conversations about it.
I think without the scholarship, I probably wouldn't be going to school. I come from a poor background, so being able to even afford school and go to school while being in a different state and being at such a prestigious program is really, really good.
You're going to see a lot of really talented programs that are going to be able to place people in jobs that people don't expect, because people think esports is just playing video games when there's an entire industry around it.